Hello, YouTube. We are approaching 2,000 subscribers here, and we thought it might be good to put out a little bit of a video telling you guys who we are and what our channel is all about. My name is Greg, and this is my wife, Jess. We are Drifter Journey. We also are Drifter.Journey on Instagram if you want to check us out there. So we live in a van full time. We've been in the van for a little over 3 years. We left the corporate world and don't plan on going back if we don't need to. So we love having you guys along on this journey, and we want to share where we're going and what we're doing. The current journey we are on is going from Baja to Alaska. So a bunch of the Baja videos are out now. Go and check those out and keep an eye on it to see if we make it to Alaska or not this year. If you want to give them a little background, going way back, about 12 years.
12 years?
11 years?
Wow, way back. So Greg and I met in college. We both went to Colorado State University in Fort Collins, Colorado. We have natural resources degrees. I am forestry, fire science. He is natural resources with parks and protected areas management. So we met at the mountain campus, which is required for everyone in the natural resources program to do like a summer school. It's basically like summer camp for adults where you run around in the woods and learn about grass and fish and things like that. Initially, I wouldn't date Greg because I literally said he was a drifter, which is where our Drifter Journey tag comes from. He was homeless, jobless, living out of his Jeep. At the time, I wasn't super into that, but you can see how far I've come now because we are homeless and jobless and living out of a van.
We're not jobless.
That's true. So, we got married in 2013 and went through all the like conventional steps of life as far as buying a home and getting married, having corporate jobs. We both worked at OtterBox because it turns out that even though we got our college degrees in natural resources, it's really hard to find real jobs that pay actual money to pay off our debt. So worked at OtterBox for quite a bit. I was a program manager. Greg worked in sales for the Amazon account. And it was a great company to work for. We had great benefits, 5 weeks time off every year, but ultimately we were still left wanting more out of life and started doing some research about alternative living. So here we are in a van because the van ended up being a really tangible solution to spending less money.
And traveling more.
So it turns out when you don't own a home, you don't have to make as much money every year to live.
Yeah, so our cost of living is pretty darn low now. We're 3 years into this. Our goal is to inspire others to live an alternative lifestyle, whether that be in a van, a bus, on a homestead, basically whatever you enjoy and it makes you happy. We think we can help, hopefully, inspire you or give you some tips and tricks to help make that happen. The biggest, scare going into this is leaving the stability of a full-time job. So we did it. It was tough. We had it good, and we jumped into this. We did have some savings ahead of time, but we thought, all right, let's put 2 years of savings aside to make this happen. And within the first 8 months or so, we said, we want to keep this going. We need to figure out how to make it happen. So the one thing I'll tell most folks is if you're willing to do it and, you feel semi-intelligent, you're going to figure out how to make it happen. So it's changed for us the first year, 2 years. I just worked seasonally for a couple months just to get some income coming in. But now we're trying to go long term. So Jess picked up a part-time remote job working for Rootless Living magazine. And so that's been going on for a few months. We have the YouTube started finally. Took us a couple years to do that.
Yeah.
And a couple affiliate partners and things like that. We'll have those down below in the comments. A bunch of small incomes equals a larger income. And we think we roughly need only $24,000 a year currently to keep this going. So We're now at a point where we're hopefully going to start saving a little bit again, but it all just fell in place kind of naturally as we were doing it. So I encourage you, if you want to do this or live a different lifestyle, think about it, and it's not quite as scary as it seemed it was at first. What else should we tell them?
So we live in a 2019 Ram ProMaster, and this current van is pretty new. It's self-built. We did the build all ourselves. The first van was a 2017 Ram ProMaster, and we actually paid someone to build that out for us. Since we were working full-time and we didn't feel like we had the knowledge or experience in order to build it, we found a one-man shop who did an amazing job for us, and we were really happy with the result. So we stayed in that van for about 2.5 years, 50,000 miles, figured we'd sell it while it still had decent value, and then we were also considering building vans to sell. So we basically wanted to see if we could do it and if it was fun. So we sold our old van, built this van as a copy of the old van. We changed a few things to make our lives a little bit more comfortable, but overall it was a really fun experience. And well, I shouldn't say fun. We did discuss after the build that fun isn't necessarily the right word to describe it, but we did learn a lot, and we're really proud of how it turned out. So yeah, we have the experience of having both a professional build and a self-built van.
Yeah. Also, while I'm thinking about it, and we know we're going to get the question.
Yeah.
These are Melanzonas. We will probably be wearing them in almost all of our videos. We don't have a ton of clothes with us, and these are fantastic and versatile. You can only get them in Leadville, Colorado from the Melanzana store. We are not sponsored by them, but we do really enjoy their clothing. And they don't really like free marketing. Well, I shouldn't say that. But they sell out every day. They're hard to get your hands on. So they were doing a lottery during COVID. Check them out if you need to get them. If not, drive to Leadville, Colorado, and hope that you can snag one while you're there.
Yeah, so we're all about minimalist living. Part of the reason why you see us wearing the same clothes every day, and we're passionate about sharing how to do that, whether it be financially or in practicality with like downsizing your stuff, and how to make storage solutions easier, how to live in a van day to day, all that kind of stuff. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, turn on that alert so that you get emails and notifications when we post a new video. And like Greg said, this year's Baja to Alaska, and we don't know what's after that, so be sure to stay tuned.
Yeah, and let us know what you would like to learn. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below, and we would like to answer your questions about this lifestyle, so please do ask. Thank you.